Welcome everyone to round 25 on the schedule here at New Hampshire. Rain washed out qualifying, and it sees Jesse Turner the point leader on the pole for the second time this year. Well, 2/3 of the season is down, only a third of the season to go. 24 races are complete, with only 12 left remaining. Who's going to come away with the championship for 2018? It's really coming down to a battle between three drivers. Turner leads by nearly a race win over Dom Capps. Nick Mace about a race and a half behind Jesse Turner in the standings. And then 3+ races behind Bassinger, Curtis, and Weeks. They're going to need a miracle if they want to win the championship for 2018. But really, a lot of people are saying that it's coming down to the 17, 6, and 48 for this championship. Last time out here at New Hampshire, Dom Capps ended up taking home the victory, but it was Matthew Rodriguez who dominated the evening, led the most laps. Capps went around and got the victory. And Jesse Turner finished second in this race. Can he one-up his finish last time here and get a win and advance his points in the standings even more so? The championship continues to heat up here in New Hampshire with the championship rivals starting first, second, third. Everyone in the title mix starting up towards the front of the grid. Some news headlines that came out last weekend that's really noteworthy to say. Fengai Saitomi Motorsports announced that they will not be returning for 2019, leaving Jeffrey Fengai and Stephen Jenkins to be stepping out of the series and will not return for the 2019 season. James Shelley, who was scheduled to be in the FBM lineup for 2019, will be moving over to Turn Performance in the Hardee's National Series. And also, Will Lewis returning to the Cup Series. He will be driving the 76 car, replacing William Brock at the end of the year. Brock is named without a ride for the 2019 season as well. So the grid for the most part is already complete for 2019, but looking at this season for 2018, we are focused on the championship. Turner and Capps and Mace. Who's going to come away with the championship? The battle for the 2018 champion heats up with Turner, Capps, and Mace starting first, second, third. Let's get down to start this race. The race for the 2018 championship continues here at New Hampshire. Round 25 getting set to go racing. Turner, Capps, Mace, the favorites to win it all. Right here at first, second, third. Turner came close to winning this race last time we were here. Coming off lots of momentum after winning at Darlington. Gonna lead the field down to the green. Green flag is out. Capps got a really good jump on the outside, trying to get a run. Mace not where he needs to be on the start of this race. 3 wide with DJ Curtis. Turner gets a good run off the corner, but can he get the run where he needs? Capps on the outside, trying to edge in front. Capps trying to drive it in. Look at Capps soaring around. Turner looks like he's got a tire down. Turner's gonna come to pit road. Jesse Turner, an unscheduled pit stop here on lap 1 of the race. Turner must have felt something wrong with that 17 car, and he has to make an unscheduled stop. Looks as though it's a tire down on the 17. Oh boy, this is exactly what the title contenders really want to see, especially Dom Capps. He's in the lead now, and currently your new point leader. Turner is out and away in the 17 car. He went 1 lap down, and this is going to severely hurt him, and he's going to have to get on the money. Exactly doing the same thing he's did at Richmond. Turner's going to have to fight back from this one. First caution flag of the day is out. Brian Griffin and Ryan Acosta tangled on the front straightaway. Griffin got into Acosta, spun him around. Future teammates for 2019 for Allen Family Racing Team got together, and they are going to be, it looks like Griffin might be out of the race. Acosta looks like he can continue. Well, a quickie yellow, and we are back in green. That caution flag actually helped Jesse Turner get in a position where he could possibly get back on the lead lap by racing his way back on the lead lap. But Turner's car does not look like it wants to go. Turner looks like his car is not really that quick for this race weekend, despite starting on pole. And even though he didn't run a fast lap because qualifying got rained out, look at this battle for the lead. Dejon Weeks to the inside. Weeks trying to get Yamp Motorsports to the 3rd win of the season. and he's going to take the lead from Dom Caps. Nick May slides back underneath of Jake Bassinger to regain third, and Dom Caps slides back in a second. Dejon Weeks, your new leader. Looks like there's another caution flag. Another incident, turn 4. Garrett Sudner popped the wall and back across the racetrack into James Shelley. Shelley spun off the corner and really just harmless contact in the inside wall. He should be able to continue on. Well, we missed the restart. Dejon Weeks is still your race leader, and he got a good jump on the rest of the field. Dom Caps still in second. Nick Mays third. Matthew Rodriguez has been picking off his race cars little by little. He was so good here in the spring race, and here he is sitting in fourth. Just ahead of Jeffrey Lynn, running a defensive line on the bottom, trying to get him to go around him on the outside line. Mace way up high, probably higher than where he wants to be. Might lose a position to Matthew Rodriguez, but Mace gets the run off the corner. DJ Curtis sitting back there in 6th, 3 wide for the 7th position. Charles Sanford working his way towards the front. To the inside with Stephen Jenkins and Jake Bassinger. Sanford having a good run today, but they're 3 wide still, beating a banging. Bassinger trying to get the run off the corner and clear them all, but Sanford doing all he can right now, and he's going to take the advantage and move into 7th position. But Jenkins not wanting to give up at all. He's fighting back, but he's going to have to give the position back, it looks like. But Jenkins falls in line behind Bassinger. Good hard racing back here from 7th on down to about 12th as the Athenian cars are trying to break their way into the top 10, trying to get around Jeffrey Finn guy who currently holds it. There's one driver we haven't really discussed much in the last couple of weeks. Jordan Davis back here racing Dylan Young hard for the 16th position. Davis in the 5 team, they started off really well. Well, they kind of struggled in the first 10 races, but then for like a couple races, for like a couple months, Davis and their team was on fire, winning 2 races and winning poles, and they were just unstoppable it seemed. But then when they got in that crash at Kansas with the team with Nick Mays, the team just all of a sudden dropped in performance. The 5 team, that is. And Davis been running outside the top 10 recently. He finished last at Darlington to an engine failure. He gets into Cody Lamas, and Davis spins down the bottom of the racetrack into the inside wall. Man, this is just the team's luck. This is just exactly what I was talking about. Davis and crew have not had a very good season in the second half of the year. With Davis spinning, the officials did not throw the yellow. Dejon Weeks, however, still pulling the gap. Looks like he's one of the quickest cars out there on the racetrack. And you got to think Jesse Turner is holding up his rivals for the title, trying to back them up into the rest of the contenders up here in the top 10. Mace is into 2nd now, and with Dom Caps falling to 3rd, that means that Jesse Turner currently holds a 1-point lead over Dom Caps in this race. If Caps wants to tie or regain the point lead, he needs to finish 2nd or higher currently, because right now Turner running 4th and Caps running 3rd. That's just good enough for Turner to still hold a 1-point lead. But Mace trying to find his way around him. Caps in 3rd still, Rodriguez in 4th. Jeffrey Lynn trying to hold off in 5th, but Charles Sanford has looked really quick. And Sanford using the race car that Luke Martin drove to a top 5 finish here at New Hampshire last time. And also the same race car Eugene Max won here in the fall. Sanford getting it done right now, trying to work his way into the top 5. Rodriguez under his teammate of Dom Caps. This is for position on the 3rd place car. And Caps has been struggling to get around these cars in front of him of Mace and Turner. Turner especially has been kind of slow. And Turner all race weekend. I mean, Turner kind of got lucky with qualifying being rained out. And we expected him to be pretty quick. But he is proving that he is not really that quick right now. And Nick Mace getting underneath him. That's not for position. He is a lap down. And Mace going to try and run down Dejon Weeks, who has about a half a straightaway on him. Dom Caps in threat of losing yet another position. Jeffrey Lynn in the 44 Dodge underneath of the 6 Ford. And Jeffrey Lynn up into 4th. Engine failure for Hayden Klein in the 9 Young Wicked Racing Ford. Hayden Klein has had a couple of engine failures all year long. He was running actually a solid 33rd place for his race team, and he's going to fall out of the race. While Jesse Turner does not look like he's as quick as everyone else on the racetrack, he's got a pretty solid race car. And ever since the restart, he's kind of holding his own, and right now is kind of like the 5th or 6th car in line with everyone in the lead pack from the restart. So it looks as though Turner would have had another top 10 day if Turner wouldn't have had his problems. And the first lap issue for Turner was a tire issue. He had a flat tire. He had to come down pit road. So Jesse Turner had to pit. He got a couple of yellows, and here he is, sitting in the 38th position now. He's moved up a spot, and the car he passed was Hayden Klein, who blew up, and Jordan Davis, who spun out under green flag conditions. So now that Jesse Turner is 38 and Dom Capps is in the 5th position, that means that Jesse Turner holds a 6-point lead over Dom Capps currently. A battle for 2nd position is heating up now. Matthew Rodriguez, Nick Mace, they have been trying to run down Dejon Weeks, and while doing so, they're going to race each other for the 2nd position. Side by side, Rodriguez really wants redemption. He led the most laps last time out here. He's going to have to get around Nick Mace and then have to get around Dejon Weeks. But Jeffrey Lynn is closing in that 44 Dodge. Dom Capps not far behind either. But Jeffrey Lynn looks pretty quick in his Dodge. He's definitely got a top 5 car for today's race. 8th in the championship for Jeffrey Lynn, having a great season in his final run in the Sony Cup Series. He's going to get in a fight here for 2nd place here shortly. But Mace is holding off Rodriguez for now. Here's a driver I want to give a call to. John Art, up here racing with Steven Jenkins for the 11th position. And he's going to get it. In his 2nd start for Martin Motorsports, he plans on driving full-time for Martin Motorsports in the 2019 season. But replacing Chris Dodd, he's doing a fantastic job. He got the Rookie of the Race point for last weekend at Darlington. And here he is, getting after it right now, trying to get after PJ Williams and Jeffrey Finguy to get into the top 10. And John Art having a stellar run right now, and currently the highest running rookie. John Art underneath of Jeffrey Finguy. This is the battle for the top 10 spot. Art having a great show today in the 15 car. Trying to put the 15 in the top 10. John Art has never had a top 10 finish in the Sony Cup Series, and he's on the verge of doing so today as he's side by side with Jeffrey Finguy down the back straightaway. Steven Jenkins sitting right back there in 12th. Finguy trying to hold off Art. John Art trying to break through, trying to make a breakout career here in the Cup Series. Still side by side. Further up, Jesse Turner now getting in a position where he can start lapping drivers that are slower than him. Going by Stephen Pollard III, that is for the 37th spot. Up in front of him, Anthony Marchese, further up in the 37th or 35th position. And then some more drivers like Scott Roush and James Shelley. But further up, Dejon Weeks continues to dominate this race as we close in on halfway. However, another caution flag is out. Some more contact off a corner. Corner number 2. This time it does refrain in a caution. Charlie Smith spun around, trying to go around Anthony Marchese, and the yellow flag was dropped because of it. And we're going to get a restart. Trouble on pit road for Nick Mace. He is spun around. Nick Mace got hit by the 81 of Nick Hercules while he was leaving pit road, and he's got front end damage. And he's going to lose a bunch of positions. Some different strategy calls as well, as PJ Williams is going to get out in front of a couple of his competitors. Matthew Rodriguez beats him out. Dom Capps gets out in front of some drivers as well. But the lead still remains with Dejon Weeks. Here's the contact on pit road. Nick Mace leaving pit road, and Nick Hercules entering, resulting in some contact. Charles Sanford was there as well. Finguy also rear-ended Casey Lester, and so some contact down on pit road. This is going to hurt Nick Mace in being competitive for the rest of the evening. How is that damage going to play a role for Nick Mace? We're about to find out, as he is down the order a little bit, down in 7th position. Dejon Weeks will lead Jeffrey Lynn, Dom Capps, Matthew Rodriguez, and PJ Williams, along with Mace, Jenkins, Sanford, Curtis, Finguy. And Weeks, yet again, another brilliant restart. Jeffrey Lynn, a good start as well. Gonna have to get around Jordan Fisher here relatively quickly if he wants to be able to keep up with the 38 Ford. It looks like so he will, but Rodriguez getting to the inside, trying to get load so we can get up there and pass Dom Caps looks as though he's going to be able to. I wonder how that damage is going to play a role for Nick Mace. Maybe he can still be competitive like he didn't have as much damage. It's not a whole lot of damage, but it's still going to play a role down the straightaways. And Rodriguez stuck behind Jordan Fisher, and Caps on the outside of Jordan Fisher, leaving it up to a 2-horse race for the lead with Weeks and Lynn. Big crash down the front straightaway involving Bobby Jones, Matt DeLeo, Dylan Schwellenberg, Carson Scott, Casey Lester. A big crash down the down the front straightaway. Here it is. Looks as though Casey Lester gets contact with Stephen Paul III. Relatively similar contact on what we have seen all race weekend. The corners get really tight on the straightaways and resulting in some contact further down the order. Coming back to the green, Dejon Weeks will lead them yet again. More cars out of the race equals more positions for Jesse Turner. Turner is now up to 31st. And Jeffrey Lynn getting shoved wide. Jeffrey Lynn getting the bumper from Dom Caps. Dom Caps trying to get every little point he can. Trying to get after Jeffrey Lynn to the inside. Matthew Rodriguez is there. PJ Williams, Nick Mace still in the fight. Caps needs to get around this 2-car quick as possible. Caps' hopes of sweeping New Hampshire for 2018 is still a possibility as he goes by Jordan Fisher with ease. And the only car that's ever passed him all race weekend ever since he passed Turner on lap 1 is Dejon Weeks. And he's going to have to get after it and get up to that 38 Ford. Jeffrey Lynn going way wide, going to allow Matthew Rodriguez to pounce on this opportunity. Rodriguez gets third with ease, and here comes Nick Mace. Mace showing that damage isn't affecting him as much, and here comes Mace to the inside of Jeffrey Lynn. Lynn's going to lose 2 positions in like 1 lap, and pinned behind Jordan Fisher. Mace is going to move up into 4th position, with PJ Williams having a great run in the 31. He's into the top 5. Oh boy, here comes that 6 car. Dom Caps knows a win would be vital in the championship for him to this weekend. Dejon Weeks not wanting to give up in the championship mix either. He's wanting to win more races. Trying to get a 3rd career win, trying to get 3rd win of the season for him. Dom Caps going to try and ride the high side. He knows Dejon Weeks is going to protect the bottom, so why not ride the high side, get a run on him off the corner. A veteran move by Dom Caps to try and get a run down the straightaway, but the 38 car is just so much better than him. But just like we've seen in the spring race, the Martin Motorsports cars coming to life at the end of the race. We're coming near the end of the race. We're already in the second half of the part of the race, and Caps showing some muscle. He's going to play a factor with Dejon Weeks. Weeks has had no competition ever since he blew by Caps on lap 9. Well, Caps is back for more, and Rodriguez and Mace are still not that far behind. Turner continuing to pick his way through cars. He went by James Shelley. He went by Garrett Sidner. And now he is up into 29th into the top 30. He's got to get around Jordan Davis, then Jordan Fisher. Then he's been past every one of the lap cars that he lined up on the restart. So Turner is still in a big fight with some lap cars to pick off as much points as possible. And for the race lead, Dom Caps to the inside of Dejon Weeks. Dom Caps looking to tie history this weekend and looking to sweep New Hampshire. Only one time ever has a driver won 6 races in one season. Eugene Mack, season 14, holds the record. And can Dom Caps join him in the record books with 6 wins in one season? He blows by. No, I wouldn't say blow by quite yet. Weeks is giving him a fight. Rodriguez loves what he's seeing. He's going to get a chance to run him down. But Caps has the edge and is going to get the lead back at the line. But can he get the lead through 1 and 2? This is big for Dom Caps in the championship if he can get it. Yes, he does. Dom Caps is your new leader. Problems for Jesse Turner, possibly. Again, possibly another flat tire. Is he coming to pit road? I don't know. Turner got really loose. There he is again. Turner really sideways, losing a lot of positions he had gained back. Turner looks to be in trouble. Looks as possibly it might be a suspension problem. because his car is not handling very well. You see him trying to get to the inside. He looks fine now, but man, he looked like he had major issues. He has dropped down some positions again. Jeffrey Lynn trying to get back into the top 5 on PJ Williams. PJ Williams has had a stellar first comeback in the Cup Series. Williams, oh, looks like there may have been problems down the apron back there on the back straightaway last lap. We're going to have to go back and look at that, but the race for the top 5 position continues to heat up. Lynn looks like he's going to possibly get it, but Jenkins looked possibly maybe 3 wide, but he stayed to the bottom. No caution flag is out. The smoke we saw in the back straightaway resulted from James Shelley. He gets hit from Jesse Turner, and Turner and them go down the racetrack, down to the front inside wall. No caution flag for this, but Shelley gonna lose a bit out of the race. And Jesse Turner, what a miserable race this has been for Turner. Caution flag is out yet again. John Arndt racing hard with DJ Curtis for 11th. Got into Jordan Davis, and John Arndt's gonna spin around. And the caution flag flies. A great run for John Arndt. He's gonna have to start at the rear of the field. And man, some little damage to the 15 Ford. As we come back to the green, Caps will lead them down to the restart with about 50 laps to go. Matthew Rodriguez had a terrible pit stop under the caution flag. He is down to 13th. The restart is back underway, and Dom Caps leads them yet again. Nick Mace, what a jump! What a way to get the inside for Nick Mace. To the inside of Dejon Weeks. And oh, Turner spins the 2 car. And I wouldn't be surprised the officials do something with Jesse Turner. That's like the second car this race that he spun someone off the bumper, and that was a competitor as well. But further up, Jesse Turner, or Nick Mace trying to get around Dejon Weeks. Jordan Davis is playing a role with the 6 car. This is for the lead of the race. Nick Mace trying to follow his teammate through, trying to get the lead. 4 wide, but it's not going to work. Contact. Matthew Rodriguez is around. A lot of the field's piling in on the back straightaway. Rodriguez is in it. Lamas, Anthony Marchese, Dylan Schwellenberg's there. John Arndt again, Kyle Collins. A lot of drivers, and some more contact down in turn 3. Levi Pasco, DJ Curtis are involved. And then some more contact further up, racing back to the caution. Jordan Davis gets turned by his own teammate of Nick Mace. And I don't believe Mace was able to beat Weeks back to the caution to get second. And Davis yet again in another one. Looking on the restart with the contact with Fisher and Turner. Turner just gets into him and spins him down the racetrack, and Fisher falls out of the race. That was kind of looked like he drove through him, but man, very aggressive driving by Turner to try and get any position possible. And then heading down to turn 1, Scott Roush slides wide. Finguy sees a hole, Bassinger sees a hole, they go for it, and just not enough real estate. And around they go, into Roush, into Cinder, into a bunch of other drivers as well. Burton's there, Collins, Schwellenberg, Arndt's in it again. Just like we had said, a bunch of drivers involved. And then Curtis tried to go around to the bottom. He made it through, but when he comes back up the racing surface, he takes out Levi Pasco in the process. There it is, and they both slide out into the wall. You think team orders were playing a favor, or do you think this might have been payback here? Mace gets into the 5 and just couldn't quite beat Dejon Weeks back. That might have been the race right there to try and get in a position to challenge for the win. The SCS officials are stating that they will be looking at all the incidents after this race for further review if any action needs to be taken. I believe that might be pointed at Jesse Turner. Dom Caps is your leader over Weeks, Mace, Harple, and Lynn, your top 5. Turner back on the lead lap as he edges ahead. This is the moment in the race Turner has fought hard for all race long. In a position right now, if a caution falls, to get back on the lead lap. And Caps is going to need to be fighting as hard as he can to try and take that away. Mace digging hard, trying to get second back away from Dejon Weeks. Knowing every position, every point matters, Mace trying to get second, can't quite get it done. Harple back there in fourth, still holding strong. And PJ Williams, who has had a very good solid day, he sits back in sixth. Weeks is going back after Dejon Weeks. Weeks is going after Dom Caps. This is for the lead. With about 40 laps to go, Dejon Weeks, who has been really fast all race weekend, trying to take it back away. Nick Mace following Dom Caps through. Caps regains the lead. Weeks is right there, though. 4 cars right there fighting for this win and fighting for any chance to get the lead. Nick Mace right there as well, looking for any way to try and maybe pounce on an opportunity. See, right behind the 38. Sean Harple has never won a Sony Cup Series race. He's in position to do so. He came out of nowhere. Jeffrey Lynn, who's been fast all weekend, rounding out the top 5. This has been a good race so far. Mace going up high, probably a little too high. It's going to open the door for possibly Sean Harple. Here comes Dejon Weeks digging on the inside. For the lead, Weeks gets it at the line. Harple looking underneath of his teammate of Nick Mace. So they're door to door for second, or for first and third, and Dejon Weeks takes the lead, and Nick Mace trying to hold off Sean Harple. He does so, and here he comes after Dom Caps. All kinds of racing around this racetrack. Nick Mace trying to get it from Dom Caps. But Caps looks as though he's going to get the run off the corner, but Mace actually has a relatively decent run. Can he stay with him into the corner? Looks as though he will. Mace was involved in a pit road crash, and that damage is not slowing him down that much. Trying to stay with Dom Caps, trying to get second position. Jesse Turner, however, is pulling away, still on the lead lap, and still in position to really make something of this race. And Caps trying to fight back with Nick Mace. Caution flag is out again, and Caps edges Mace. Another wreck right here in turn 4 that involved just tight racing on the corners. Lamas, Pasco, Schwallenberg, all involved in this, and man, the officials are really gonna have a lot to look at after this race. And with this caution flag, Jesse Turner is back on the lead lap. Man, what a drive by Jesse Turner. The green flag is back in the air. Dejon Weeks is in the lead. Dom Caps cleared the lap traffic perfectly in turn 1 just as well. And Nick Mace right there with him. Sean Harple right there as well. But he's going to have to clear the lap traffic as well. Weeks, Caps, Mace, the top 3. Oh, going to get tight off the corner. Man, just what a drive by Jesse Turner to get back on the lead lap and currently in 22nd position. Unbelievable. I know we haven't really said much about him, but William Brock, he started outside of the top 30, and he's in the top 10. What a great run by William Brock. We talked about him at the top of the show, that William Brock does not currently have a ride. Will Lewis replacing him for 2019. William Brock possibly will not be back in a Sony Cup Series ride, and he's in the top 10 for Horizon Group. Turner going by Levi Pasco, now going underneath of Dylan Schwallenberg. He moves from 22nd up into the top 20 now. 20th position. And now he's going to try and get by Luis Hernandez and Kyle Collins, who hold the 19th and 18th position. Turner clawing his way towards the front. The battle for 5th unfolding. Jake Bassinger, who has been around 6th through 10th all race long, trying to get around Jeffrey Lynn. This is for the 5th spot. Further up, Dejon Weeks is checking out with the race lead yet again. Dom Caps holds 2nd, Nick Mace 3rd. These drivers possibly are disappointed at the fact that they are not going to gain as much points as they thought they were going to at the very start of the race. They sit 2nd and 3rd. They will still be gaining points currently, but Jesse Turner is currently on a witch hunt to get back towards the front. He's now up to 17th. He's got Eric Burton, Dylan Young, Curtis, and Rodriguez just ahead of him that he has to deal with. But right now, the strongest car is Dejon Weeks, and he looks poised for a 3rd win. Turner has worked his way into the top 15 and is now up to 14th with a pass on Jeffrey Finguy and looks to get into 13th right here trying to get around DJ Curtis. Jesse Turner has had an up and down day with having the pole for this race weekend. And here he is. He had to go all the way back to dead last after a flat tire on the lap 1 incident. And Turner, what a drive by him. He may get a top 10 before this is all said and done. Battle for third position going on with less than 20 laps to go. Sean Harple underneath of the 48 of Nick Mace. Mace is not wanting to give that up because every point matters for him in the championship bid. Jake Bassinger having a solid top 5 run right now, but he's wanting more. He's got a chance to get a second place finish as this thing unfolds. But Caps, not quicker than Weeks right now. Weeks still the fastest. But he's not that far gone, and if we have another caution, this could shake everything up. Looks as though there may be an issue for Jeffrey Lynn as he's coming down pit road. He was running in the top 10, back in 6th position, and possibly a flat tire for the 44 team. Issues for the 19 of DJ Curtis. He looks to be slow and possibly another flat tire here. Either a flat tire or the 19's running out of gas. He's coming to pit road. DJ Curtis, 5th in the championship, is on pit road. And Jake Bassinger underneath of the 25 of Sean Harple. Looks as though he's going to take that position away. And Bassinger moves into 4th. Currently, as the rookie of the race plays out, Luis Hernandez holds it in 19th. John Hart had held it all race. But Dylan Schwellenberg right here behind Hernandez. You wonder if there may be team orders to give it to Schwellenberg, because Schwellenberg's got more points than Hernandez, and he's the closest one to Caleb Hoffman. But I don't know, they're going to probably race it out. Sean Hart's not that far behind either. He's still in the mix of this. He's in 21st, and just a little bit behind Luis Hernandez. This is a race for the 10th position. Jesse Turner cracking his way into the top 10. Can we just say that Jesse Turner is one of the best in the modern era for the Sony Cup Series? I believe so. Yeah, can never count this guy out. What a drive. Jesse Turner P10. The Turner Fenway squad, or Turner Performance cars, are looking very, very strong. Jake Bassinger coming out of nowhere near the end of this race, trying to challenge Nick Mace for 3rd. Jake Bassinger blew up on the last lap in turn 4 last time we were here. But he is fighting hard with Mace, trying to take that position away. And you know it would benefit Turner a lot if Bassinger can pass Mace. And Allen kind of holds up Nick Mace. And that's going to allow Sean Harple to also take this position. Oh, contact! Andres Allen! Oh, man! What happened there? Nick Mace on the apron. Oh, my goodness. That was near disastrous for Nick Mace. Gonna take a closer look. I think Mace was trying to get... Oh, man, he got into Allen. Just kind of turned him into Sean Harple. Harple clipped the wall. Allen nearly came back down and got Nick Mace. But Mace drops down to 5th. And possibly going to lose that position as well. Here comes Charles Sanford underneath of Nick Mace. All of the Mace Enterprises cars beside Jordan Davis are all up here running very strong. And Mace gets held up by another lap car, and he needs to worry about PJ Williams and Steven Jenkins. Mace behind another lap car, losing more positions. Caution flag is out. Luis Hernandez has stopped on the racing surface. And that means that the caution flag is out and that we're going to get a restart with a few laps to go. With how crazy our restarts have been, this is going to be a nail-biter. Weeks leads over Bassinger, Caps, Harple, Sanford, Mace, and Williams. Then there's a lap car. But when we come back to the line, it'll be 3 laps to go. Jake Bassinger is shot out of a cannon. Can't he take his 4th career win? Looks like the 25 of Sean Harple's already looking to duck out. And Jesse Turner further back gets held up. It's a 7-horse race for the win. Dejon Weeks has been probably the best car out here all race weekend. And he's going to have to hold off the 97, the 6, the 25, 24, 48. And Nick Mace is going to need to make up that lost ground. Caps, He doesn't look like he's got anything for Jake Bassinger. It looks as though it's all going to be Weeks or Bassinger, and they're going to need to get everything they can because this field has been known for crashes early on restarts. Turner in 9th. Can't believe how big of a rebound he's had today. Absolutely amazing drive for him. 2 laps to go. Jake Bassinger's in a chance to take this away, but he kind of went way wide. And here comes Caps driving it in hard. But Bassinger trying to get a run off the corner. White flag flies. Final lap here in New Hampshire. Does anybody have anything for Dejon Weeks? Jake Bassinger is going to need to get a heck of a run off turn 2. And then something amazing in a turn 3. Jake Bassinger blew up in turn 4 last lap. Last time we were here. He's hoping to come off a winner. Doesn't look like that's going to be the case. Dejon Weeks is going to get his 3rd career win. He sees the checkered flag fly. Weeks, his 3rd win of the career and his 3rd win of the season. Dejon Weeks takes down the checkered flag and gets the win for round 25 at New Hampshire. Jake Bassinger is going to have to settle for 2nd. 3rd for Bob Caps. 4th for Sean Harple. 5th, Charles Sanford. 6th is for Nick Mace. 7th, PJ Williams. 8th goes to Jesse Turner. Unbelievable. What a drive by Jesse Turner. Unbelievable run for him. 9th for Stephen Jenkins, and round out the top 10, Matthew Rodriguez. But congratulations to the M&M's Ford team for Yamp Motorsports of Dejon Weeks on getting another victory. Man, they are just capping off wins ever since the last 6 races. They've won 3 races. So, they really have something going on. Congratulations to Weeks and his team on another victory. Let's get to our finishing results and standings after round 25.